A heart attack can strike without warning, and doctors know 81 milligrams of aspirin is not enough to save your life during a heart attack. So you should always have genuine Bayer at hand. It has enough aspirin to help save your life. The more you know, the more you trust Bayer.
You know about Prevacid. Did you know there's also Prevacid Solutab that disintegrates in your mouth? You do now. So the next time you visit your doctor, ask if prescription Prevacid Solutab is right for you.
Tonight, Dave's all new with the debate recap.
Bush did look confused. At one point, he tried to buy a vowel.
Then,
oh my goodness. I hope my dad's not watching.
Dave asked J-Lo about love, sex, and marriage.
How has this changed your life, being married?
Yes, oh my God.
Plus, sex expert Sue Johansson tonight.
Teddy thought he'd been abducted.
It was the aliens.
It's the only way they'll stop.
Intruders!
New Without a Trace, CBS Thursday.
Joining us now from the debate hall in Arizona is a supporter of President Bush, the former mayor of New York City, Republican Rudy Giuliani. Mr. Mayor, thanks for doing this. Let me ask you a version of the same question that I asked Senator Edwards a few moments ago. And that is, when they talked about Social Security, I'm not sure it was clear to everybody what the differences are in the approaches to Social Security. So with some brevity, could you tell us what the basic differences are?
The major difference is that the president supports options for people. If they want to set up a private account with some of their Social Security money, if they think they can make better investments with it, get more of a return on it, then they would have options to do that, at least, you know, for young people and people who want to use those options. Both would preserve and protect the Social Security system. The difference is that the president wants to give young people more of an opportunity to get higher returns if that's what they want. And it really reflects a difference between a president who believes in an ownership society, giving more rights, more opportunities to people, and John Kerry, who really believes government should really have more control and more decision making.
Mayor, at what point, if any, in this debate tonight do you think that President Bush scored highest with the uncommitted voters who may very well decide what shapes up as possibly an extremely close election?
I thought the president had a big victory tonight in many respects, but most importantly, I think the president talked in a much more personal and direct way to the American people than Senator Kerry, who talked more in statistics in a much stiffer way. I think particularly the questions about religion, in which the president discussed, you know, who he is with the American people, including his respect and toleration for everyone. I think the questions about their wives and families, and I think you know, the president told people who he is and described it to them in a very personal way. And I think John Kerry basically fell into a lot of the things that he's been doing in the past, which is taking inconsistent positions.
Did he or did he not take an inconsistent position when he talked about health care? There was a sharp difference between the two in health care, with President Bush basically saying, listen, he's short on specifics about health care, and besides that, he won't be able to pay for it.
Yes, I think that's right, and I think the president also made it very, very clear that there has to be major reform in the way in which medical liability and medical coverage works for doctors, and John Kerry really said nothing about that and really never responded to it.
Mayor, you've been traveling a lot. If you had to pick one state that you thought might decide an extremely close election, what would that state be?
Well, maybe because I was just in Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is a state that Democrats won last time. I was just there. I've been there several times, and I think the president has an excellent chance to win it. And I think, you know, that's maybe symbolic of a couple of states like that: Wisconsin, Iowa, states that had been won by Democrats last time, where I think the president is very competitive. I'll be in Pennsylvania with Senator Specter tomorrow. I know the vice president's been campaigning in Pennsylvania. I think the president is campaigning much more on what we would call, you know, Democratic ground. Places that they won last time than they are, meaning Senator Kerry is campaigning in places that he can win back from the president. So I think that bodes very well for the president.
Hey, Rudy Giuliani, thanks for being with us. Well,
thanks, Dan.
How did tonight's face-off play with voters who have not made up their minds, not yet made up their minds, the uncommitted, or voters who could still change their minds, so-called swing voters who lean one way or the other but might pull over to the other side? We're going to give you the results of a tonight CBS News poll among uncommitted voters right after this.
Hey, if we get hurt! Whoa, good thing we got that insurance.
What's that?
Aflac!
What'd you say?
Aflac! raise your cash if you can't.